Hello, everybody, and I hope you're not falling asleep with the dark lights over there. I'm going to do the exercise. Everybody get up. No, I'm joking. Thank you so much to all the girls and the men that came to our event last night. It was called Girls That Want to Have Funds. All the girls drank for free. Our ally and friends, the boys, paid for their drinks because every dollar that we don't spend on marketing, we spend it on funding science, fellowships, and our team. So always remember that when you're helping us, you're helping that. So today I'm going to talk about ReproTech and how we're going to get to Mars. You hear about how women's health is all so underfunded, so overlooked. I don't like to think that we are victims of anything, because our plans are measured in centuries. I want to make note of how it is women who broke the future of the universe. But while we do that, we have to save the ovaries. And here it's spelled the ovaire because of a French researcher who made this meme when we were sharing this. So before we do our plans in the next centuries, we're going to save the ovaires, which are the ovaries. I don't want to assume that everybody knows who I am and who we are. Athena DAO is the leading decentralized community working on translation on women's health research, education, and funding. It's quite a mouthful. Our theory is that more research and development is going to lead to more clinical data. More clinical data is going to lead to better investments. Better investments is going to lead to therapeutics, and that's going to ultimately lead for more options for women. So we have a quite comprehensive plan of how we're going to get there. And just to do an overview, since last DeSci London last year, we have one still company under review that this is going to be our first spin-off. We have one ATH governance token, one equity deal, 2 IP NFTs, 6 pending deals, 40 active contributors between deal flow, comms and awareness, ops, like legal and tokenomics. What do we consider an active contributor? Somebody that spends 5 to 10 hours on the DAO on a weekly basis. Some of them are all on ATH tokens, some are already combined between fiat and ATH. We've had 80 project submissions, overviews over ovarian aging, PCOS, and now we are in our oncology cohort. If anybody knows a researcher working on endometrial or gynecological cancers, we're doing a call for submissions right now. Lastly, we have over 9,000 members across all social media channels. We are the second biggest bio DAO after Vita DAO. I am very proud about our core alpha team. Why? Because of the 12 members, 8 of them are women. Sorry, not 8 of them are women. 8 of them are actually scientists. So we have a very cohesive STEM biologist and all kinds of science in our team, from a data scientist, neuroscientist. I think we have like 7 PhDs in the team. I'm very proud about this because we've managed to harness the power of the DAO to bring women in science into blockchain. A lot of them didn't even have a wallet before they started with us, and now they're very active, and they're actually really helping us in pushing this movement forward. You can see our 2 first IP NFTs. A lot of us came from the reproductive longevity side of things, so that's why we did this as our first cohort. We also just had an amazing summit in Cascais where we brought together some of the researchers in the field. One of them is actually here all the way back from Paris. And it was a very exciting time to have researchers from Stanford in San Francisco, the National University of Singapore, coming together with us to roadmap the future of reproductive longevity. We also have a very exciting lineup of upcoming projects, one of them in the PCOS space, 2 in the, on the sexual health space, and of course, our first company that we're going to be launching in the next couple of months. This week, we also announced our collaboration with Research Hub. So this part, we're very excited as well because it's about the token economy. Research Hub was particularly interested also in how we could get citizen scientists to contribute to scientific research. One of the biggest black boxes in research is hormonal health. And every woman here knows how important that is, how they're doing their own biohacking, how they go to doctors, how when they go to doctors, the doctor says, it's just your hormones. Oh, you're just a woman. The reason they tell you this is because we just don't know we don't know a lot of information. So with Research Hub, we are actually bringing our tokens together to fund some of this citizen scientists or very early stage experiments that any of you could do if you want it. You can find the information on this call for submissions on our Twitter account, or X, formerly known as Twitter account, or you can go to our website or join our Discord. So how do we look at it when it comes to women's health? If I say we fund women's health research, a lot of people are going to be bad. What's women's health? It's so much. We took a cohort-based approach to doing the funding. It's very focused. We do sprints of it. We work with the best researchers at each time. And it's a very good way of actually looking at each, I don't want to call it disease, but maybe a condition. So as you know, as I mentioned, we started with ovarian aging. We went into PCOS and endometriosis, and now we are in rare cancers. And we call them rare because some of these cancers are actually, not so much rare, but they're actually not very funded. One thing that we found shocking when we did the market research on oncology, which everybody here probably must know that it's the second biggest after brain health biomedical research funding in the world. However, the crazy part is when you look at the areas that are least funded, again, gynecological cancers came up. And this whole thing about data mattering so much, it doesn't, because when pharma talks about what do you call it? Oh my God, I'm blanking out. I need my brain health fix, Brian. It was a party last night. But when you look at how many, the number of women that have cancer versus how much funding dollar there is in the area is not right. The other thing is that we're only detecting ovarian cancer at usually stage 3, which by that time is too late. So one of the only solutions, and the one that is the most used, is taking away the entire reproductive system. It's a very invasive operation. It changes everything for a woman. We do need to find better solutions, and that's why we focus on this. But today I'm talking about going to Mars. And our next cohort this summer, which we're getting ready for, and that's why I'm here talking about going to Mars, is on reproductive tech, which is also what we call deep tech, the next generation of reproductive technologies. Things like the artificial womb, IVG, in vitro gametogenesis, anything that touches the next gen, that is going to be very important, not only for women and for changing how we do things, but also to get out to outer space. So we say that the roadmap to Mars needs ReproTech. Why? Because if we want to technically go that far out and we want to colonize, we are going to have the artificial womb. And I know that for some this is scary, but it's not as far out as you think there are. There are a lot of things that we have to still figure out, but it's going to happen one way or the other. The other part where we're focusing on this is because in DeSci and in biotech and on X and on Twitter, everybody wants to talk about all the moonshots. Oh, let's just, we're saying we'd love to fund the things that are really out there. And we're like, okay, well there are lots of moonshots in women's health, so we're going to go to that. At the AG Summit, we talk about some of the things that need to get done, and this is the part where, we can get very granular of what we need to be funding to get the artificial, for instance, something like the artificial womb. But this is not the part that I want to focus on, because before we do that, we have to save the ovaries. And these ovaries here look like more like oocytes, but you get it. So, how are we going to save the ovaries? We're going to get going our token economy at Athena DAO by biohacking fertility in real time to contribute to R&D. And this is the big thing that we want to talk about today, or at DeSci London. We are going to launch a collection of NFTs that is accessible to ATH holders. On one side, what is the DAO going to get? We're going to start data collection, which is going to lead to our first ovarian aging data platform. We already did the research and R&D on that. We brought on a data scientist to the team, and we're bringing a couple more experts in the field for that. Why ovarian aging? Because we started with reproductive longevity, and there is literally no organization of data sets for ovarian aging that is comprehensive enough. Why are we doing it? Because we also want to make sure that our researchers get access to it in an open source platform. What does the community get? They get, obviously, to be able, one of the things that women ask me when I talk about what I do is, what should I do about my fertility? What are the things that I can be doing now? We're talking about science all the time to these women, and they think, okay, this is cool, but how does it impact me now? And my years working in the luxury industry, I learned two things, as well as in the longevity one. People just want to know what to do and what to buy. It just comes down to that sometimes. So we're gonna help women or women in our community who want to hack their fertility, those who are looking to freeze their eggs, or those who want to know where they are in their fertility journey, or those who are going into menopause to figure this out. They're gonna have access to experts. We're doing some collaborations with some other startups where we're gonna be able to collect data in real time with companies that are already doing this in a very comprehensive way. And they're gonna get rewards that go back into their token economy of Athena DAO. We're very excited about this project because last year we set out to put the foundation of the DAO, the scientists, the credibility, working with some of the best researchers in the world. This year we're set out to focus on the women. How do we get women into Web3? I like to say now sometimes that maybe we're not so much DeSci, but making sure that we are one of those organizations that are considered as brokering the time for Web3. So we have a manifesto that's coming out in the next 2 weeks. You're getting a preview here. It's gonna outline everything that women are gonna get when they get their NFT membership. And the most important part of this is I know that people hate capitalism sometimes. I think we live in a capitalist society, and one thing that we undermine all the time is that women make 80% of the consumer decisions. Women also make 80% of the decisions at home for healthcare. To me, it's absurd that only 1% of biopharma R&D and innovation budgets go to female-specific conditions. Only 10% of the NIH budget goes to female-specific research. Women are so powerful when they decide where they want to put money. And when they figure out that the reason they're going to the doctor and they don't have solution is because we're not researching it, they're going to decide where the money goes. So, Athena DAO, community of women, we provide the products, get the funding, go back to Athena DAO. Hey, we might not even have to go back to VCs anymore to ask them for money. Just joking. So we have big plans. The girl economy is coming. We're really gonna go for the women this year. We want to onboard the most women possible into Web3 through our mission to something that matters, because when I got into crypto, I was not loving the rock NFTs, I was not loving the casino. But I tell you, I got into this because I thought this is a mechanism where I can actually get something done that matters to me. And our health matters to every woman out there. As a reminder, the future of the universe is brokered by women. So just think of that. We're going to get it done. So if you want to save the ovaries and if you're really and truly into bioacceleration, make sure you sign up for our whitelist and get, I already, yesterday a couple of people were like, yes, give me some of the Save the Ovaries. The men are going to have an amazing collection. The women, we're going to be able to biohack our fertility in real time. Thank you so much for the organizers of DeSci London, and 4 members of the team are here. We're open for questions. Please come talk to us, and I look forward to seeing a lot of you this weekend. Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant. Yes, please let's save the ovaries.